Oh, hey! So, looks like they finally are going to be releasing the new Maul. They have announced him a little bit ago that he was going to be a Conquest character, much like Razor Crest and CAT have been. But now here it is. I know in the future this is pointless to say, but as of now, I am a little bit late. That's my bad. I kind of missed it when this was launched, and I wanted to do it the other day, but I was just so tired. There was no way I was going to be able to stay awake and do this. So even though this was launched on August 25th, which was a Wednesday, it is now Sunday, the 29th. My bad. I like to try to stay ahead of the curve on this, so then I can be relevant. And at this point, he's probably already released, and here I am finally making the video. Anyways. Whoops, I just cruised right by that. So, it says, Deadly Force User. Your super ability empowers the Mandalorian faction. Noob debuff, Anguish. Makes Maul take damage at the start of his turn and gain offense equal to the amount of damage taken. Maul can consume Anguish using his Seething Rage ability. Synergy suggestions. Lord Vader, that's kind of a joke. Beskar Armor Mando, he sucks. Bo-Katan Kryze, Armorer, and Jango. So, they put him with Lord Vader, and then all Mandalorian-type characters. Hey, all table heroes, Mallrats unite! Yeah, a joke. Mallrats, get it? The movie? The movie that, Jay and Silent Bob first appeared in? The death of... what? Death of Mirian, who became a Sith apprentice turned ruler of the Mandalore turned crime syndicate. Geez, enough dashes. Leaders coming to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Although he's lost the title of Darth, Maul is still a force to be reckoned with, as chronicled in the developer insights below. That's the whole reason what we're here for. The basics. Unsurprisingly, Maul is a powerful attacker. True damage output is his primary means of dealing damage. This is because true damage ignores defense, which makes him effective against tanks. Yes, true damage. So that's what that means? Yeah, ignores defense. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I get it now. I always wondered what I had an idea of what true damage meant, but I never really fully was able to wrap my head around it. But now I get it. Like basically, it says if your damage stats 3,000, it's gonna do the 3,000, versus, you know, no matter what their defense is, it could be 10 million. It doesn't matter. They're still taking 3,000. Most of his damage comes from his special Seething Rage, which has 0 cooldown. But there's a cost. Maul cannot use this ability unless he has Anguish, and you'll probably want to wait until he has 5 stacks of Anguish. Okay. Kind of sounds like with the Galactic Legends when you can activate the ultimate earlier, but you basically want to wait later, because the longer you wait, the better it is, the more turns it lasts for, or whatever. Maul has the Mandalorian faction tag. I don't know why I said Tad. A note to his time as ruler of Mandalore, which we're aware of from the very end of Han, the Han movie. Also, we kind of know that he's got the Mandalorian faction tag, as everything you suggested up here was Mandalorian related besides Lord Vader. Actually, that's kind of weird though. Why do they synergize him with Lord Vader? I'm only thinking because at this time. Let me think about this, because when you first see him in episode 1, Anakin was a kid. Now it's like 10 years later or so, and when Anakin turns into Lord Vader. I mean, I guess Maul is still around. Maybe, I don't know, it just seems kind of silly. Unique attributes. Maul's kit introduces the all-new debuff, Anguish, which makes Maul take damage at start of turn. That's one thing I was wondering. Up there it says that it'd take damage at the start of a turn, and then he can do output, like damage output based on how much damage he takes at the start of a turn, but it sounds like the damage that he's taken is done to himself. So how much is done? Like, is there a specific percentage based on his overall health or something? Like, what is the damage? How is that being determined? How much damage is done to him? You know what I mean? Because it can't just be like any set amount, because while he's weak, that would be too much damage. And then when he gets stronger, like say you're only gear 6, but it's got a set amount. Well, that's going to seem a lot more effective, not effective, but much more damaging than if he was Relic 7. So how does this work? Anyways, however, and quite thematically, when Maul takes damage, is converted to offense for that turn. But what's the damage coming from? I don't know. Inspiration. Maul's aggressive attacker status is inspired by the destruction and havoc he wreaks, however you say that, on his foes after Ahsoka, needing a distraction, frees Maul from captivity. Okay. Maul's basic animation is inspired by the moves he showed off against Ahsoka during their epic battle in the throne room. One thing we know about Maul for sure is that he hates Kenobi. This hatred is manifested in his kit, as Maul's kit is the first to have a call-out to another specific unit. At the start of battle, Maul gains 3 stacks of anguish, unless there is an enemy Kenobi, as in any Kenobi unit in Galaxy of Heroes, in which case Maul gains the maximum stacks of anguish. Okay, one thing from here. Yes, we know he hates Kenobi because Kenobi's the one that cut him in half. But, what does it say? The hatred is manifested. Oh, that's what I want to say too about them. Maul and Ahsoka fighting. It's kind of funny because those are unaligned Force users at that point, right? Maul's no longer a Sith, and Ahsoka's no longer a Jedi. Anyhow, at the start of battle, he gains. No, it says this hatred is manifested in his kit, as Maul's kit is the first to have a call out to another specific unit. No, it's not. There's other ones. You have Biggs and Wedge. They work together. They call out one another. You have, the heck's their names? Chirrut and Baze. They call out one another. You have K2SO and, Cassian. They call out one another. So I don't know what they're talking about. This is the first one to call out another specific unit. Unless it means in a negative sense. Because all those were positive sense. They were synergetic, working together. And there was just specific bonuses if those characters were present together. This one is a specific bonus for Maul if somebody is against him. So, I mean, in that case, I guess this would be the first. But the way they word it makes it sound wrong. Like, nope, there's been call-outs for several other characters. So I don't know what you're talking about there. Anyhow, this version of Maul will not have the Sith tag, as he has been divested of the Darth title at this point and has turned his focus to putting together a criminal syndicate. Strategy tips. As mentioned above, Maul and Lord Vader are useful squad mates, as Lord Vader adds to Maul's health pool, and Maul helps Lord Vader defeat enemy tanks more quickly. Also, Lord Vader reaches his ultimate ability more quickly with Maul by his side. Okay, well, they're jumping the gun there because we don't know anything about Vader's kit reveal. All we know is his requirements at this point. All 3 sets of requirements. We don't have anything about his kit. So apparently they're going to make it so that way then Maul and Vader are sort of synergetic. Even if it's indirectly. Reading into this further suggests Maul benefits from having high max health. That's what I said before, because if he takes damage, I was thinking, is it scaled based on how much health he has? Kind of like Grievous. The more he does more damage based on how much health he has. So does Maul take more damage at the start of each turn based on how much health he has? In which case you want him to have a lot of health, so then he can withstand taking more damage, which only boosts up his offense output greater. Lord Vader will increase Maul's overall health, and it seems like the two will make a good pairing when placed in the same squad. Again, Vader must have something in his leader ability that increases everyone's health or something like that. I mean, I guess most of the Galactic Legends do have that, though. Some kind of stat boosting. So, maybe. You'll be tempted to use Seething Rage early on, given there is no cooldown. However, it's also smart to build up to max stacks of Anguish and use all of them consecutively. Another fun tactic related to Anguish centers around trying to time Maul's special Fervent Rush to defeat enemies, as it will reload his stacks of Anguish to be unloaded on enemies during his next turn. Oh, that sounds cool. It's kind of like a move that they sound like they work together. So basically, you can use the Anguish move, I guess Seething Rage, then next turn go and do Fervent Rush. That will give you more stacks of Anguish, and then boom, you could possibly do Seething Rage again. So you do like 3 specials in a row. It's kind of cool. I mean, it sucks if it's happening against you, but if you're the one doing it. Anyways, fact. Maul's kit states, Mandalorian... I'm not there yet. Well, whatever, that's the next video, so... Maul's kit states, Mandalorian allies have plus 5% max health for each Mandalorian ally at the start of battle, and plus 25% offense. To be clear, the plus 5 max health stacks, but the plus 25 offense does not stack. Okay, so you can't get plus 100% offense. You can get plus 25% offense, and you can get up to plus 20% max health. When Maul's kit mentions if this character is defeated by a status effect, Mandalore, I don't know what's up with the apostrophe there. Will not be granted to anyone. Those effects include all status effects that deal damage or defeat an enemy. Examples include, but are not limited to, thermal detonators, damage over time, expose, burning, deathmark, pain, plague. You get the idea. Okay. Defeated by a status effect. Those status effects include all status effects. Oh, okay. But wait. Didn't ignoring defense lead to some character changes? Yes, but true damage is different, as it does not allow for critical hits, which is where things really started getting out of hand. What are you talking about character changes? To Maul? Yes, but true damage is different, as it does not allow for critical hits, which is where things really started to get out of hand. What are they saying? So, like, if you could land crits, then he'd be putting up serious damage, but since you can't, it doesn't really matter? I don't know. Anyway, that's some developer insights on this new Maul. Sounds like he might be decent. I mean, he should be. He's kind of difficult to get, relatively speaking, only through Conquest. Like, Conquest is very controlled by CG. We haven't had one in, a month and a half? So, nobody's gotten any Beskar shards. Nobody's gotten any CAT shards. The same thing can happen when he comes out. I personally am a fan of Maul. I've liked him since episode 1. I like his double-bladed lightsaber. So, to me, this is cool, and hopefully I can get him someday. That would be sick. Anyhow, that's it for developer insights. As you see at the top right there, there's kit reveal, which is going to be my next video, and please be sure to check that one out. And until then, I said see ya.